Order the computer. Right, okay, guys. We're about to kick off. I thought we would get started straight away because literally this is the subject I can talk about all night long. So I'm just gonna mute everybody before we start. And then if at any point tonight you want to ask a question, either ask in the chat or just unmute yourself and just ask, because yeah, that would be great. Just unmute yourself, because I probably will move at quite a quick pace, and then I don't want you to be like, oh my god, I've missed that. So just ask, don't be afraid to ask. Now, I am gonna just put this out there. I am no expert on Instagram. Everything I'm going to teach you tonight, I have learnt myself. I have taught myself through Google University. Literally, Google is my best friend. And I know Laura will laugh at that, because we say this, we will always Google. I Google everything.
It's the best university in the world.
Yeah, it literally is the best university. I heard this on another training today, and someone said you can teach yourself to be a rock star, as in like a rock star, guitar rock star, on YouTube and Google. And it is true. You can learn anything on YouTube and Google. And there's so much information where like out there. So this is basically going to be the basics. Okay. So for those of you that have never uploaded a reel, I'm going to show you how to upload a reel. I'm going to talk about why they're important, a little bit to do with hashtags, a little bit about the different functions that you can do, and then I'm going to talk about content as well, what you can actually upload. This could end up being like something where you want a part 2 to this, and if you do, I will happily do that. But let's just see how we get on. I don't want to keep you on here too long. But what I am going to do is I am going to screen share my phone with you all, so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully it will keep me on your screen and my phone on your screen. And I'm literally going to talk you through as we go. Now, here's the warning. For those of you that got OCD, I really apologize. My phone is one of those that's got 2,500 emails on a red notification at the moment, 5 notifications on Instagram, 700 notifications probably on Facebook. I am one of those people that I don't look at the red numbers. I just use the apps as and when I like to. And the numbers don't bother me, but I know some of you are going to be like, oh my God, the numbers bother me. So I apologize, first of all. Right, so let me make this work. Share screen, and you're going to tell me, hopefully, I did test this today with Georgie, and we made it work. And now can I remember how I did it? Is going to be the question. So give me 2 seconds. There it is. Right, hopefully you can see that, and you have got up in front of you my mobile phone. Do you all see? It says screen mirroring at the moment.
Yeah, it's there. It's there, babe.
You can now see all of my apps. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. I do apologize. There's a lot of them. I do like it. I like an app. Right, okay, so actually that I'm going to just stop the share and I'll come back to that. So let's just talk about really briefly. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I think it's because I always worry that I'm not going to give you the right information. So I apologize. First of all, don't feel overwhelmed with what I'm going to give you tonight. There is going to be some of this where some of you are going to be like, oh my God, I am completely new to this. I've got no idea what this is. This is blowing my mind. And don't be overwhelmed with it, okay? One thing at a time. You take it one step at a time. You just work on one thing at a time, get that right, and then you can start to build on it and start to add in some of these things. This is going to be recorded, so you can come back to this training at any point, and you can pause, you can stop me, you can watch me in slow motion, you can write down all the tips. If you've got me on a laptop, what I probably suggest is, as we do it tonight, you make a reel as we go through, and you try all the different tips that I'm going to give you. Why are we looking at Instagram and Reels? Instagram is like a huge platform. It is as big as Facebook, and I think give it 5 to 10 years, Instagram, or there might even be something else, give it 2 to 3 years, I think you will see more and more people using Instagram. I think there's over 1 billion users on Instagram at the moment. So when people say to me, oh, the market's very saturated for Scentsy, the bottom line is there's 1 billion users in the world, and there's only 200,000, or no, it's 1 million. Isn't there 1 million Scentsy consultants like that have ever registered and 200,000 active or something along those lines. So when you look at it like that, the market's actually not saturated because we're talking about the whole world. And it's just, how do we get into all of those different people, all of those billions and millions of people? How do we get in front of their Instagram feed or their Facebook feed? And that's what social media is all about. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of that. This platform, Instagram, changes all the time. Here's the pre-warning, and I'm going to put this out there as a disclosure. I'm going to show you all this tonight, and then next week Instagram could say, oh, reels are a thing of the past, it's all about, I don't know, video, for example. It changes all the time, and social media is always changing, and this is our job, if you like, to try and keep up with it, because we're social networkers, and our job is to try to keep up with the times. For a while, live video was literally the thing that would get you noticed. I do still believe in live video, by the way. I think live video is literally as important as reels, if you ask me. But in terms of what is breaking this thing called the algorithm is basically what Facebook and Instagram, or Meta as they're now called, as a group bubble, created. And basically it's this really hard thing. It's like how can I describe it? There's not even an analogy for it, but basically it's this thing that if you can hack it and you can work out, it's changing all the time. But if you get it right, and you get the right hashtags, the right image, and you post at the right time, and all the different things that they've put in place, your images and your reels will be in front of thousands of people, and potentially thousands of people, if it's the right content, will like and follow. And the more likes and follows and the more people that you are in front of, the more likely you are going to be growing your business. That is going to be something that's going to help you, because as people like and follow, you can interact with them, you can inbox them without feeling like a spammer Pamela, because they followed you, they chose to follow you, or they chose to like your reel, or they chose to like your picture. And if this is the first thing, you need to make sure that your Instagram is a public forum. And I know that's frightening, and I'm going to show you how to make sure it's set to public. But it needs to be a public forum, because otherwise you are only posting to the group of people that follow you. And if that's 200 people or 2,000 people or 2 million people, only those people that follow you will see it. So the first thing that you need to do is set your Instagram to public. Now, I know if you're a teacher, police officer, along those lines, it becomes quite frightening to put something out there into the public eye. And if that is the case, make sure that you've got a username that basically can't track and follow you. Use something that's completely unique. When I was a teacher, for a while, I think I was like Lisa Kim. I used my middle name so that I wasn't searchable by students. But if you're allowed to have a public Instagram, if not, you just have to work a little bit harder. That's on the actual networking side of things. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see. Let's make this work. Do you know what? When we share the screen, it makes me a little bit sad though, because I only can see a few of you here. It doesn't let me see you all. So if you get stuck, just message. I love seeing all your faces, because then I can see whether you actually get it. So, okay, here's my crazy screen for you all. So first of all, when you log into Instagram, Kelly, I just had your tag, by the way. So this is now you're seeing, hopefully, just tell me, someone in the chat, please tell me that you can see that. Okay, you can see my Instagram. Thank you. I'm seeing thumbs up. Amazing. So this is my Instagram news feed. Now, the beauty of this is that I can use my hands on this and not my mouse. So I'm hands-free. So on Instagram, this is your news feed. Okay, this is, and you can see if you go through the news feed now, this is my news feed. Everybody is jumping on the Reels bandwagon. Literally every single thing that you post. You can't post something now, and if your sound's off, it's fine. But if you're watching TV and your sound is on, you will literally hear different snippets of different reels and different videos, because it's what everybody's doing at the moment. Everyone is jumping on the Reels bandwagon. Okay, so what is a reel? Okay, so a reel basically is a short video. So these are all the ones that we've put up. So I'm just going to show you. This is one I made earlier, like Blue Peter. This was me and Laura yesterday. Can you hear the music as well? Feel free to dance along with us. Okay, so that was one I made earlier. That was yesterday's reel. It is literally a short video that you are uploading that can have transitions, you can have clothes changes, you can zoom in, zoom out. There's so much you can do with it. You can be as crazy as you like, but it literally is a short video, and they can literally run from 15 seconds right to up to 60 seconds, depending on how long you want them to do. Personal top tip from me is I tend to find the ones that are getting the most interaction and engagement are the 15-second ones. People want to be looking and they want to be seeing, and what happens is when it's 15 seconds, they tend to watch them over and over again. Right, just before I start there, sorry, I feel like I'm jumping about a little bit. To make, if you haven't done it before, the 3 little dashes that they call the hamburger at the top, if you click on that and you go to your settings and you go to account and you go to, hold on one second, account status, no, I can't remember where it is. It might be in security. Where's the one where you can make it public or private? I clicked on it about, oh, here we go, on privacy. You can literally flick it across to make it a private or a public account. So that's the first thing. I would just check whether your account is public or private. So you click on the hamburger and you go to your settings, you click on privacy and just check. Now, that's the first thing. One of the other things that I've done is also changed my account to make it a creator account. It's not a business account and it's not a personal account, it's a creator account. Now, the reason we use creator accounts is because you still get really good music, but you also get something called insights. So you see where it says at the top, it says personal dashboard. I don't know if you can see that. Right at the top under Wax Boss Lisa, when I click on personal dashboard, it will bring up this, which you might have seen this on Facebook before, and it's basically your insights. So you can see how many accounts you've reached, what are the best days to post. It gives you basically all the information on your Instagram account. So if you haven't done already, you can change your account to a creator account, and that is definitely something that is worth doing. So when you go to settings and you go to, hold on, no, you don't go to settings, ignore me. Sorry guys, I'm having to remember how to do this because this is stuff that I just wrote down before I came on, and then I was like, I can't remember where that is. It might be in edit profile. Nope. See, I don't know everything. In settings, it's definitely in here somewhere. Someone else might be able to tell me where it is off the top of my head.
I'm looking. I'm trying to say, hang on.
Account, I'm sure it's there. Oh, there you go. Go into account and then scroll to the bottom and it says switch account type. When you click on it, it will give you the option to have a personal or a business if you're already a creator, or it will give you the option for a creator or a business if you're a personal account. It just gives you, as a business, so much more. If you're going to use reels, ideally you want to know who's watching them. When's the best time to post one? This is stuff that when you become confident with doing reels, you can then tap into. For me at the minute, it's just about getting confident and consistent with doing a reel. But the creator account allows you to do lots of things. It allows you to like run personal ads if you want to, and sponsored ads if you want to. Not that I recommend them because they tend to be a bit of a waste of money. But so that's the first thing. Okay, so we've got creator account, and is it video creator? Yeah, I think video creator, Bex, is the new lingo. Mine isn't called a video creator, but yes, I think that's what Laura asked that the other day, didn't she? Let's go to settings, and then at the bottom, account, right at the bottom, switch account type, and it should give you the option for creator. Zoe, I don't have creator. It might mean that you're already in creator, Zoe. You might already be one. Okay, so let's get down to business then. Let's get to the business. I just want to sing. And let's go into like making your first reel. So for those of you, it just says professional. Might need to update your app. Just bear that in mind. And also, like realize the more you use Instagram, the more tools they give you. That's something I have. What did I select? I select for best describes you. you don't want it to be a business account, no. Avoid business account purely because you don't get hardly any music. And I selected for best describing me an entrepreneur, but you could put shopping and retail, for example, or you could put, I'm trying to think what some of the other options are on there, but you could literally, professional, I think is fine. Professional is fine. Just maybe try that and see, you'll know by whether you get all the music that you need to get.
I'm just looking, if you haven't got creator as an option, you must already be, because I haven't got creator as an option. I've only got personal or business. So if you haven't got it, you must already be one. Sorry, I will.
That's all right. That's okay. No, definitely jump in. Right, okay, so to make a reel, really simple. Hopefully you've all got the little plus at the very top. So where it says Wax Boss Lisa, to the right, you've got that little plus. I don't know if I run my mouse over it. I can. So this little plus here, okay, you're going to click on that and you should get the option to do a post, a reel, a story highlight, a live, a guide. I've never used a guide, or a fundraiser. I've never used that either. But tonight we're just going to focus on a reel. So when you click on reel, it will look like this, where you will have, you will have the option. This is me. And it will give you audio is your little music sign. Your 30 seconds is like how long you want it for. The ×1 is so you can speed it up or slow it down. So when you see things that are like time-lapsed and quick, for example, you've got a little timer there, but I will literally show you that. And then you've also got your little camera at the bottom, which is where you can add somebody else in. Bear with me and I will show you. Keep the questions coming and I will go back and I will show you the answers to all of these things. Okay, so this is the button that you use if you want to make a reel. If you want to see, for me, I like to look at like other people's content to give me inspiration. So right at the bottom, you've got this little, what do you call it? Triangle sign, little play sign. So click on that and this will give you other people's reels that they've done. And you literally, has that paused? Hold on. It might have stopped screen sharing. Give me 2 secs, guys. Or have I paused? Can you hear me okay? You can?
We can hear you, babe, yeah.
Right, it's okay. I'm just literally, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I've got to reconnect to my Wi-Fi. It's gone really slow. It's sluggish. Of all nights for that to happen, this is where the boys end up downloading something on their computers. And I'm like, there we go. Right, hopefully that'll work now. Hopefully this will work. Why are you stopping? Why are you not working? You can't see that, can you?
No, we can just see the reel that was on.
You could just see the reel. Right, hold on, give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Technical problem with the internet. Right, I'm on that internet. Try a screen share again. It's obviously on my computer. Sorry, guys, give me a sec. I knew this would be too good to be true. Right, so while I'm just doing that, on the little triangle sign at the bottom, click on that and just scroll your way through for me. Have a little look through on that button. You guys have all froze. Sorry, guys, internet's having a mare. Don't know why, it just kicked me out. I'm not sure if it's my phone or my computer. So while I'm trying to sort out my internet, on that little button at the bottom, have a little scroll through and just have a little nosy at some of the reels that are being shared at this moment in time. And hopefully No, it's not finding my blooming computer.
But this is the beauty of working for yourself, working from home. This is real life. So it doesn't always go to plan, but we can always, there's always a way to get through it. And while Lisa this is what we were talking about on the phone before Lisa came live. If you are new and you've never ever done this, very best friend, Kelly Birmingham, I know she's on there, she's obviously known me for years. One of you learn how to use Instagram is to use it and is to try. So the first thing you need to do before you go any further than doing anything like physical is tell yourself that you can do this, because if you keep telling yourself, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, you'll never do it. And I'm like living proof that if anyone can do this, like anyone can do this, if I can do this, because like Lisa said at the beginning, you can learn. Everything's on Google, everything's on YouTube. I always use the example of in our old house, Dan towed our kitchen watching a YouTube video. That was an interesting evening. But
I remember you saying that. I remember you saying this before, and I was like, really?
But it's true. So you need to, first of all, don't be panicked, don't be overwhelmed, don't think, oh, well, it has to look like this person that's been doing it for 10 years. It doesn't. It needs to come from you. So don't panic about it being perfect. Just that's the only way you learn is by doing it.
It is. It really is. Right, give me 2 secs. I'm trying again. Hopefully I've sorted out my internet situation. She says, where's my screen share little button? Yay. Right, that should work now. Sorry, guys. I had like an internet malfunction. Right, okay. So at the moment, I've got Laura dancing on my screen. There she is. Our little Laura is doing her thing. She's now looking at that thinking, that's actually really good acting.
I made that about 10 minutes ago.
I love it. Right, okay, so you can literally look. Let me turn the sound down. Right, you can literally scroll your way through, and you could lose hours, by the way, going through, looking at other people's reels. But let me just I'm going to use yours as an example, Laura, if that's okay. If you don't mind being on the screen. So that is all right. Right, let's say, for example, you watch Laura's reel and you think, right, oh, I really like that. I want to give that a go, and I want to use that audio.
What do you mean?
You can scroll and to the bottom of. Let me turn the sound down. Sorry. You can scroll down here and you can see this little button that's got the music next to it. You can click on that audio, and when you click on the audio, it will give you lots of different people that have made a reel to that exact song. Now, this is where you can see, for example, some have had like 29,000 views on them, 6,000 views on them, 9,000 views on them. There's honestly, some have had very little, some have had loads, 68,000 views on them. So you can see that just from like the amount of views that this particular song, this particular audio has had, it's probably like what we would call a trending sound. I will show you another way to look up the different sounds as well that Jade Day actually taught me. Look, there's Jade talking about Jade. There she is. And she taught us that this week. But this particular audio, look, has had 21.6 thousand people have made a reel using that particular audio. So finding one that has a lot of people that are using it, it means it's popular. It means that people are tending to stop and look at that particular reel. So that would be a good one to use. So if you wanted to use that audio, you can click on to where it says original audio. You can click on use audio, and now that sound is now saved. If I now wanted to make a reel using that particular sound, and I could then, copy what somebody else has done. Like in terms of content, a lot of the content comes from looking at what other people have done and then basically recreating it and putting your own captions on it or your own take on what they've done. And it doesn't always necessarily, and I will talk about this more in detail a bit later, it doesn't always have to be Scentsy as well. And actually, I think it probably gets more views if it's not, okay? It's exactly the same as TikTok. Yeah, Kerry, exactly the same as TikTok. If you know how to use TikTok, you know how to use Instagram Reel. But top tip, Instagram does not like you doing something in TikTok first and then uploading it in Instagram with the TikTok watermark on it. They will shadow ban you. It's called shadow banning, when they basically stop it from being seen. So I'll show what you're better off doing is actually making them in Instagram, and then you can upload them to, you can save them to your phone and then upload them into TikTok. So it is exactly the same concept, honestly, exactly the same concept. Now, the audio, Nick's asked a good question. She said, where does it save to? So if, say, for example, I'm going to come out of this and I was going to decide to make a reel, when I click on the plus and then I go to reel, when I go to audio, you can see here where it says saved. And that's where all different audios that I've saved, and you can see I've saved quite a lot. And what I do is I spend time, I probably need to go through and delete some of these, to be fair. Because when you found one that you think, oh, I've used that one, you can either save it, or you can actually, I think you can hold your, oh no, the lyric, that's just picked one. Hold on, I didn't want to do that. I've got no idea what I've just clicked on there. So sorry, guys. That wasn't what I meant to say. When you save them, what I do is I actually spend time finding ones that I like, saving them, sending the link to them normally to somebody else. And what you can do is you can search for the actual audio sound. Like, for example, this song, Tick, Tick, Boom, when Laura and I, is that one that we did? No, it might have been one that I did. You can then search for the audio as well, so that you can have a look at different, you know, styles of what people have done. But all your saved ones will go there. So if you see one that someone does and you think, oh yeah, I love that, I want to do that, like I love that sound, but maybe I'm not going to do it right now. So like this one, for example, you click here where the little music is, it will come up, and then you click save audio. Simple as that. And you can go back into your saved audio at any time, and you can create that reel and upload it. You realized yours was a business account, that's why it's not working. Yeah, you have less music choices, definitely, if you've got I've been wondering how you save reels you want to do when you see a good one. Yeah, so that works. What you can also do is take note of the actual, so this one's called Enjoy the Journey podcast. You can take note of that, and then when you go into audio, for example, when you decide to make a reel, if you go to reels and you go into audio to pick a song, you can search Enjoy, was that called Enjoy the Journey? I can't remember what that was exactly called. Or Tick, Tick, Boom, for example. Tick. And there it comes. It comes up straight away. So if you take note of the song, you then can click on the audio, and you've got it that way as well. Now, if you want to have a look at, okay, now I can pick my music, I can pick songs. There's also ways to have a look at what's trending. And this was something that Jade taught us, which was quite interesting, I thought. If you, hold on, go to your search button. This is like this is your explore feed, your news feed. So everybody that you follow and others that you don't follow, all of their pictures, anything they're uploading will come up in this feed. And generally you find things that have got the top likes, and the top likes tend to come up first. Or I don't know if actually this might be in real time, actually. I've got a feeling this might be in real time now. They've changed it. So you can search for the audio. So say, for example, I wanted to do that Tick, Tick. I knew it was called Tick, Tick, Boom. I think it was called. You can search. You then can click on audio at the top here. Then you can click on that particular Tick, Tick, Boom, that word, if you like. And then you can scroll down. So you can see, oh my God, Tick, Tick, Boom, 519,000 views on that particular reel. I don't actually, I've got no sound on it because I think I've turned the sound off at the minute. But feel free to go back and you can have a little watch of whatever that one is, for example. Anything that's got thousands and thousands on them, they're what we would call trending. There's also another way to see the trending ones, and can I remember for the life of me how to do it? Jade, actually, is Jade? I don't even know if she's on. There's also a way. So when you get to this page, when you go to music, you can click on see more, this little button here. it will give you ones that it thinks that you like. And again, you can see 416,000 reels. Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy? 44.2 thousand reels. These are like what it's suggesting that you might like. If you then scroll down, I don't want to be in for you. If you then scroll down, it will show you new releases. And for example, you can click on see more. So you can see brand new ones. Like that Sunshine One Republic is probably going to be one that's an up and coming trending sound, for example. You can go to Throwback Thursday and you can look at some old school sounds. And again, good old Flashing Lights by Kanye, 17,000. So you can see some of the more trending ones. Okay, does that make sense? Any chance of making the screen share bigger? I don't think I can. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on. It might zoom in for me, but not for you. Can't remember how to zoom on a Mac for the life of me. I don't think it will. Sorry, guys, that's as big as it will go. Sorry, I'm doing my best. These are the tools that I've got, I'm afraid, guys. Okay, so that's a little bit of a workaround with the audio. More than anything, with that, just literally run with it and just give it a go and have a scroll through. That's what you're looking for. Have I answered any questions on that bit? If watching on a phone, turn your phone round. Thanks, Kerry. Oh, okay. So Zoe said when you're viewing the reels at the bottom of where the music note is, if there's a little arrow, that also means it's trending. So I didn't know that. Okay, so right, next bit. You have view options at the top, so you can change your view to 150. It doesn't work. It's changing my computer, but not the screen share. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Okay, so let's make a reel. And let's talk about the things that you can do in a reel. So, plus sign, reel. Are you going to make one with me? Say yes if you are. I would love to know if you're going to make one. Are the TV clips and film clips talking bits under music too? I don't know what you mean. Zoe, do you want to unmute yourself? Because I don't know what you mean.
I think maybe, do you mean like, oh, sorry, Zoe, I feel.
So if you're doing, say, like a famous clip of a film,
yeah,
over somebody talking or the famous scene or whatever, or a TV or anything, are they under audio as well? How do you search for those kind of things?
I think that you would have to record that in some way, shape or form, I think.
Do you mean like, you know, like the other day when I said like, oh, 5 cups of coffee, that was a comedian, that was on another reel, that was on another reel that I'd watched, and yeah, it's in the same place.
Right.
Saved it.
It's in your audios. When you see,
okay.
like, say, if you see one that say Laura's done, and you're like, oh, I want to do the 5 cups of coffee one. If you scroll down and exactly to her audio, you can click on that and then save her audio, and then you can use it and then make your own. Sorry, I thought you meant backgrounds. I was like, oh, I don't know, I haven't seen that. I was like, that's interesting. Right, okay. So 2 options. You can, I've just realized I'm going to be sharing my pictures with you. I've got no idea what's in my pictures. So God knows what you're going to see in here. I probably should have been a little bit more organized.
Be careful, Lisa.
I'm actually going to use the one that we produced today. So this was one that we did today. There's our lovely Wendy. Okay. Or actually what I could do is let's do something. So I'm going to change the length of this to 15 seconds and I'm going to actually video you guys. Let's see if it will let me do that. I'm going to video myself. Oh, there you all are. There you all are. Hello. Zoe's like, oh my God, I'm in it. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to video you guys and I'm going to start in so that basically I want to do a zooming out one. Okay, I don't know what you call it, but basically you put your phone right up close and you press the play button and you're going to zoom all the way out, and then I might zoom in, say hello, give us a wave. Everyone say yes in the chat. fast as you can. Type yes.
You press the play button and you're going to zoom.
There's
all
me
the way
talking.
out, and then I
Okay,
might zoom.
so just
in.
going to turn my sound down because it's really weird when you're listening to yourself back. Okay, so now we've got it. You can see now it's going to play over and over again. What I'm now going to do is add some text onto this because that's what I want to do next. So sorry guys, I forget that you're like watching what's on my phone, so you're probably feeling a bit sick at the minute. Use the little AA at the top to write your text. Great Zoom training, learning how, oh, not raining, training, learning how to do all the reels tonight. Okay, let's just say this is me talking about my own training, clearly bigging myself up here. Okay, now I want that to come up first. So this is probably the most asked question that I've had over the last week, and this is different to TikTok. So hopefully this will help you. Now you can see down the bottom here, you can see I have written, that is that caption of text. I'm going to actually change the color of the text, and I'm going to use the little paint dropper here to do it so it's the same color as my background of computer. You literally can drag this all around so that you can make it the same color. So it's now going to be like, oh, we're all in sync. That's the first thing. Okay. The next thing, if you want, you can change your style of text. You can have whatever style of text you like. You can have, they say more than one different type of text gets interaction. You can't actually see that very well. So I'm going to move that down. Now, you do not want your text to be right at the top or right at the bottom, because at the bottom, Instagram put your watermark that will say Wax Boss Lisa or Sense with Laura or whatever your name is and your account is. And then at the top, you don't want it to be there because otherwise it will cut it out. So you need your text to be in the middle. Right, the next thing is you want your text to pop up at the beginning, but then disappear because you want to write something else at the bottom. So you click on this little bit at the bottom and it will give you a little slidey bar. Can you see the slidey bar? Now the slidey bar is you deciding where you want the text to appear. So if we want it to be at the beginning, you drag your slidey bar back and it will appear now for 4 seconds or 4.6 seconds, and then it will disappear at 4.6 seconds. I can click done, and then I can add some more text. Look at these rock stars. Okay, I am now going to add that text in here. Click on look at these rock stars, and I'm going to drag that little clip so it comes in when I'm looking at all you guys, so you can now see that. Right, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add some music. Now there's a really good audio, so I'm going to click on, I'm going to take my camera audio down. If you wanted to voice out, you wanted to still be able to hear, like there's that thing called ASMR, which basically is like the sound of doing stuff, that clicking. That's something that's really big in the Instagram world at the minute. Like if you was to unload the dishwasher, people love that sound. They love to hear the unloading of the dishwasher. Really strange, but some people find it satisfying. Okay, that's a bit of a thing. So you can click on add sound. I'm going to add, and then I'm going to search, I think it's called Rockstar. This one. Right, so I'm just going to put it in the background, and we've now got that music on there. Okay. So we've got it. You can see the music pops in. We can see that. And we can now see your wording pops in. Now you could also, let me just turn the sound down. If you wanted to add stickers, so you could add in a little GIF that says, we are Monday, aren't we? So we could search for Monday, and you could have Monday up here if you wish to. And again, exactly the same. You just decide where you want your little Monday to fly in. And then you're going to click next. Now, the next bit you're going to do is decide what your cover photo is going to be. And your cover photo is basically going to be what's going to go on your grid. Okay, your grid, bear in mind, is what you want to draw people in. So it needs to be something that they're going to be like, oh, why should I click on that and watch? Now you've got a choice. You can go to your camera roll if you wanted to, and you could add a picture. So that there is me. That would be the picture that would appear on my grid. And when people then click on that, it will automatically start playing my reel that I've just made. Just for the purpose of tonight, I'm just going to leave it as, look at these rock stars. And then we need to look at a caption. Okay, so this is the most important bit. The bit that's going to draw people in, okay, with the bit that's, you know, I don't know, can you all see me, by the way, as well as see the phone? I don't know if you can see both, but anyway.
Yeah, we can see you, yeah.
I put my phone down, so hopefully you can see me as well as the phone. So the most important bit now is, what are you going to caption it? Your caption needs to be something that's going to draw people in, like, why should I go and watch this reel? Now, I personally wouldn't go too lengthy on your caption, but it could be something about, I don't know, learning the, oh, hold on, I need to do this on my phone and I'm trying to do it on my computer, hilarious. Learning the Insta reel hacks with these boss babes tonight. And a few little emojis. That's going to be the bit that people are going to see, is the first like line. Now, if it helps, sometimes if I really don't know what to put, like Carla's just said, you can actually Google trending captions for Instagram or trending captions for TikTok. And some of them will be like sweet like a peach or something like that. And if it's the right picture that's going to draw people in, then you can use that as well. So you can actually find different ways of, you know, drawing people in by the caption. Now, one of the things, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of Instagram for now. I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm going to go into something called #expert, which is this little pink and white app. Now, I use this to do my hashtags for Instagram. So when it comes up, you will get an ad. Just wait for the ad to play and then click the little X. Now, on here, we are learning about, I don't know, Insta reel, for example. You can search and you can generate hashtags, and it will give you trending hashtags that are in #expert. Now, all you need to then do is, I don't know, let's just choose one. Read them, make sure it's relevant to whatever you're posting. For you, funny reel, we're not really funny. Feel you, funny, that's in beauty. No, we don't want beauty. Hold on. Sorry, coming back. We don't want beauty. And then what I tend to do is I will copy it, head back to Instagram, post it. I will paste it here. I get rid of the via #expert because no one wants to know that you use #expert to actually do that. I then get rid of the ones that are not relevant to, so Real India, for example, not really relevant to what is on anything that's not relevant. This actually probably wasn't the best one to choose because none of these are actually relevant.
Lisa, I was going to say, sorry to interrupt, you can on the #expert.
Hold on, I've turned it down, 2 secs.
Sorry, hon.
That's all right, go on.
On the #expert, you can press edit and edit the hashtags whilst
There and then. Yeah.
you're there and then, because I've sometimes done it and realised actually hardly any of them are relevant. So then I'll come out of that and re-type in my search. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes this happens and loads of ones come up that are just really, really random.
Like some of these are really random, like Insta, oh my God, it's like, and you think, why? But anyway, get rid of the ones that aren't relevant, like skincare, that's not really relevant. And the last one, we'll get rid of that. And then what I do is I might add in 1 or 2 myself. So training, team, training, can't spell. And that's okay, so look there. And again, when you're doing hashtags, team love, fruit love, let's do that. You can see that next to team love, it's had 478,000 posts. That means that lots of people are using them. Now, what I try to do is before I use #expert, I tend to normally write a couple myself. but I tried to find one to start with that's about 2,000, that's got 2,000 2k posts, one that's got 10k posts, and then one that's got something big like 300,000 posts. And the reason for that is that helps your reel or your post actually get seen by more people. Don't know why, I just found that on a website and I think it's quite easy to use. Now, then what I do is basically you just click. Now, this is the next bit. Crop your profile image. You want to make sure that your writing or your image is exactly as you want it to be seen. You can tag people, so feel free. I know that Laura's in there. I can see Zoe. Zoe, what's your Instagram, Zoe? She's typing it. I will tag you. Sweet Scented Memories. There she is. And then click done. But then what I also do is I add a location on it. Now, you can stick to your location, but I've been doing a lot of mine lately. I know I'm not in London, but I've been clicking London because I want more people that are London based to see my reels. And I'll tell you why, because I want people in London to join. I want people out of area to follow me. I want customers that are not in Wickford or, you know, local. Some posts, if I'm, for example, we were at Cafe 11 today, I would then I would obviously tag them in it and I would put them as the location as there, because that makes sense, because people that are going to be going to that restaurant are going to have that thing in common. We've all gone to that restaurant and we've all had really good food in there. But if I'm just at home, I change my location to different places, because then you're getting seen in different places, which is quite important. And then I'm going to click share. And it basically will upload. It is that simple. It will upload. So that is how 30 hashtags they do say to use, but you don't have to have 30, but 30 hashtags, you're going to get seen in more places. It's as simple as that. You are going to get seen in as more places. Okay. I think I've covered a lot of those points that I wanted to share with you. So that's how you do a really basic reel. Has anyone got any question? It keeps going back to the pay screen on hashtag expert. You have to, I think I had to create an account. It's just like you don't have to do a pay one though. You can do a free account. You just, when it says you need to pay, I just put cancel. Should we avoid hashtags with low figures? You don't want them to be like only to have 10 people or 0 people, or make up your own hashtags, because you're not hashtagging to anybody. Ideally, I should be able to click on that hashtag. Say I clicked on Team Love and you all hashtag Team Love as well. You'll be able to see all of our reels in the Team Love hashtag somewhere. So it's important that you don't want to be making up your own hashtags, because otherwise you click on that hashtag, no one's going to see it. No one's going to actually, I use hashtags all the time. So in Instagram, you can, for example, search. Say you wanted to search for people that were dog mums. So if I searched the dog, just dog mums, click search and then click on tags, it will bring up that hashtag. So 824,000 hashtags. Now, when I click on there, that's going to give me all the different accounts. So and you can have a look at what other people are posting, what other type of reels, like if you've got a dog that does funny things or your dog's really cute, you can have a look at, dogs get really like crazy amounts of views, by the way. I don't know why, but they just do. People love their dogs and they get really high views on reels. Some of my reels have had the highest views of Dexter.
I actually looked yesterday, my highest viewed reel was the one about Bailey saying my mum's brought a tree in the house.
I love that.
Nothing to do with Scentsy.
Yeah. So that's how you have a look at hashtags. So I'm going to come back to hashtags and how you search for hashtags. But for a minute, I'm just going to stop sharing. I'm really hoping that that's relevant and that people are like, oh, I've actually like learned something from that. I'm really hoping that it wasn't all like stuff that you all knew. Now, one of the big things, I know it's really tempting to make your reel in TikTok. Don't do it, because I've done that before And the ones that I uploaded straight from TikTok to Instagram, they got really low views. So try and use Instagram first. There's nothing to say that you can't use TikTok to scroll for ideas. What I then downloaded was, actually, I'll show you that app quickly. This app. I had to use a different one. So this app here is called Inst Down Video, INST Down Video. When you click on it, you can basically go to the reel that you've just made. I don't think it's going to let me do it because my account was blocked because I was in Insta jail. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But you click on the little three dots, click on copy link, and you go into Inst Down, and it automatically puts it in there. And then download. It will give you an ad. You wait for the ad to play. Ignore the ad unless you want to buy whatever they're advertising. Oh, it's done it. Yes, I was really worrying that it wasn't going to do. And it will save to your camera roll. But it saves to your camera roll with all the text and all the music. If you just save your reel, so say, for example, when you make a reel, you want to upload it onto your Facebook, that's the best app to use, because if you just click the three dots, you can, not the three dots, you've actually got to, Laura taught me this, go into your reels by clicking on this little bit here on your page, and then click on the three dots. You can save it directly to your camera roll from here, but it won't save with the audio. So you will, if you're going to upload it to Facebook, or you then need to put the audio over the top of it. And that sometimes means like marrying it up, and it's not particularly easy. So your best option is to either download this app, Inst Down Video, super easy. That video is now here in my camera roll, and it's got the sound, it's got all the text, it's got everything. And then I can go straight to TikTok. And I'm down. Let's turn the sound down. And on TikTok, exactly the same. I can. Oh, they've changed the button. I can click here. Oh, what is that? I can then go to that one. Next. And I can upload it straight away with all the music. And it's got no watermark. So you can see the Wax Boss Lisa has gone. Again, TikTok doesn't like it if you do the same. So this is a really good app to basically download your videos straight from wherever you're downloading them. I don't really know much about TikTok. I'm not going to lie. I'm learning all about Instagram Reels first. And then I will come back to TikTok when I get there eventually. So at the minute, I'm just doubling up my information. But I'm getting there. That's something I'm learning. So, okay.
Please, can I ask a quick question?
So definitely learned stuff. It's fab. I've learned how to do the text. I wondered the other day why my reels have got no interaction and some have got quite a bit. Guess what? They were loaded from TikTok. Yeah. And you can also save your reel with a friendly app. Does that download music as well, Caroline? Oh, it does. Oh, so Friendly also works in the same way, which is good. Friendly is brilliant for downloading videos. Okay, so just moving on really quickly, and I don't want to keep you too long because I know we've been here a while and you know I can talk. When you've done a reel, it's time to start thinking about content. And this is where a lot of people say to me, do you know what? I really, really struggle. First of all, just play about with it and use what other people have already done and recreate it in your own way. Some of your reels that I've seen, for example, Una with her 5 cups of coffee. Honestly, I laughed out loud when I watched it. But I think it was because your lip syncing was perfection. And I really did laugh out loud. And that's the sort of thing that Instagram Reels are all about. They're looking for you to be, it's like the 3 E's, engaging, exciting, and entertaining. But there's also a V to throw in there. They want you to give value. So by value, top tips. And you could have top tips of how to change your wax, how to do a wax change. But for now, look at what other people are doing. I personally would do the 1:5 ratio. So in a week, one of your reels to be a Scentsy related reels, maybe 2 at most. And then try and do one on the other the other 5 days, can't count, that are non-Scentsy. And think about you, like what you do every single day. So for example, I'm a mum of 3 boys. So we were talking about this today at lunch, and I was like, realistically, finding reels that are like talking about my kids. Like I did one about the fact that I've cleaned all my kitchen, and then the eldest one comes down and wants toast. And I'm like, he does it to me every time. I'm like, are you joking? I've just cleaned and I know what he's going to do. He leaves a crumb, like a set of crumb trowel. Please tell me that I'm not the only one. But literally, and then he leaves the butter there, the cupboard's undone, the milk's out, the orange carton's out. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I've just cleaned the kitchen. But that's the type of thing that I think it's engaging and it's exciting. It's entertaining, isn't it? And people can relate. So that's what you've got to try and find, is entertainment reels that people can relate to. Now, you might not think that you're entertaining or engaging, but I guarantee you, people are nosy, right? I bet when you look at some of the reels that you look at, if you're anything like me, you sit there and think, oh my God, I've just lost 15 minutes of my life watching other people like literally lip sync in front of the camera. It is that easy to lose 15 minutes of your life. So be brave, step out of your comfort zone, and if you think something's funny, be like, right, how could I make that relevant to my life? You know, are you a dog mum? Does your dog do crazy stuff like my sister-in-law's dog does? You know, when he drags all the stuff out of the bin, her dog is vile. Is she still on here? I can see you, Tana, because she's laughing. Her dog literally ate a block of cheese in one whole block of cheese. That is, I know that he nearly died, Tan, but that's real worthy, because it was some of the shit that he's done is hilarious. And you need to be thinking about, okay, what's entertaining? You know, what are the things? Nick did a brilliant one today, and her eyes were going everywhere and her mouth was going all in time to the sounds. And she said to me, oh, Archie, help me do it. Bloody brilliant. If you've got a teenager in your house that knows how to use, he's waving, that knows how to use technology, then get them involved, helping you to do them. And somebody said, how many are we doing? Zoe, 1 reel a day. At the minute, I have just been trying to do 1 reel every single day, because, and I'm not worrying about how many people are viewing it. I'm not worrying about anything else. It's just about becoming consistent at something that I find completely out of my comfort zone. I was one of these people, and I know it, and if she watches, she's going to laugh. I said to my friend Faye, you will never catch me going on an Instagram. I'm now thinking of Lindsay Hearn after today's live, like today's chat at breakfast. Lindsay did it without the music, bless her. Is she watching? But I always said I would never be one of those people, and I have done one of those reels where I'm pointing. I have danced, you know, me and Laura are getting together once a week to be, and we're making each other accountable every single day, sharing different reels that we've found that we like. Find someone to keep you accountable and just be like, you know what, I'm going to have a go at doing this once a day. So I am trying to do 1 post and 1 reel a day. Exactly, Laura's just said, don't overthink it. People are going to judge you. I have lost some followers this week, right? Not many, just a few. But at the end of the day, I'm a bit like, well, do you know what? If they don't want to see my stuff, then whatever. Just let it go and just be like, I'm going to put myself out there. Just challenge yourself to do something that's out of your comfort zone. Now, once you've done the reel, it's then a case of, well, what do I do? What do I do when I've done it, when people actually start liking it? Because you might see that some of your reels, I know Zoe did her first reel, and she was like, Lisa, I've got over, I don't know, she showed me her reel, and I went, Zoe, you do realise you've got 3,000 views on that? And she was like, no. She's like, have I? And I was like, you've got 3,000 views on your first reel. And it's a case of, then what do you do with that? What do you do with, you know, suddenly if you get 90 likes on a reel and you're a bit like, what do I do with it? And I tell you what to do with it. This is the important bit, okay? If somebody suddenly follows you, Scentsy consultant or not, pop them an inbox and just say, thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. If you love on somebody, they will love on you back. Okay, when you thank somebody or you give gratitude to somebody, they will give it back. If you thank somebody for something and then they don't thank you back or say, oh, you're welcome, then they've got to be a really like weird person, if you ask me. Like when you're actually just saying to somebody, oh, thanks so much, I really appreciate that. You're not asking for sales, you're not asking for anything else, but you're literally just thanking them. And then if that then engages in conversation and you end up engaging conversation and eventually you offer that person Scentsy samples, bloody amazing. That's what it can do for your business. When I get likes on my reels, I have been noticing that there've been some of the same people that are liking on them that I don't know. So I've literally popped them people a message. Do you know how to do message? I will just show you just quickly in case you don't. I'm sure you do. But in case you don't, I'm just going to assume, it's easier for me to assume everybody knows nothing. So I'm sorry if I'm teaching you to suck eggs. But for example, let's say on this reel, we've got 110 likes on that reel, right? So I go back here, I click on the reel, and I can see all the people here that have liked it. If it's dark black, you can click on all of those people and it shows you all of the people. Oh, look, Heidi liked my reel. Laura, Heidi loved our reel. Look, she gave us some love. Okay. So for example, if Laura Bynes was somebody that I didn't know, I could click on Laura, and then if her account's open, I can then message her. If her account's not open, you'll get a little button. Hold on, let me find someone that I don't follow. I need to find someone that maybe has got a private account. I need somebody that I really don't know. Hold on 1 second. I don't know this. Do I know this? No. So for example, Bridget, okay. You then click on the 3 little dots up here and you can send her a message. And you could just say, thanks so much for your like on my reel. I appreciate it so much. A bit too many so much is in there, but so what? I've sent it now. So, and you know what? If Bridget then comes back and says, oh, I've had it last week. I had 3 people come back and go, oh, I'm a Scentsy consultant. I follow you. Amazing. That's amazing. But you're still thanking somebody. It's human nature just to thank them. And this is something that this isn't spammy. This is you thanking someone that's liked your reel, that's liked your live, your photo. They have gone out of their way to click the heart button or to comment or to like. And it is really important that you comment back with every single person that's commented. You need to comment back, even if they're one of those people saying, DM me to be on my page. I normally go, thanks so much, because the more Instagram see you interacting with people and them interacting back with you, really good top tip, ask them a question. So in your, say someone says, oh, I absolutely love that reel, Nick. I think that's brilliant. You could say, oh, thank you so much. How are you? And you can get a conversation going with them people in your comments. Instagram see that as that your page is something that's worth seeing. They will show it to more people. That's how the algorithm works. So it's all about, interacting with people, being social. Nick said it today, and it was the word that yet come in my head, being a social butterfly. Okay, you need to be a social butterfly. And if you don't, and you don't use social media, and you're not partying, and you're not meeting new people, your business will stay where it is. And I'm not saying you've got to go and learn how to use Instagram, because you can apply all of these principles to Facebook. And what is amazing, Facebook are also bringing out Reels at some point this year. And Facebook are going to offer for you to actually get paid on Reels. So this could be a second income stream. If you ever get a pop-up on your Facebook saying, would you like to be paid for Facebook Reels when they eventually come out, you need to click yes, because then every person that likes it, potentially you can earn money. Or potentially you say, for example, one of your reels goes viral, you might end up getting sponsors, or, I don't really know what they're going to do with it, but it's something that's in the pipeline for coming this year. Now, when it comes on Facebook, you're going to already know how to work it, because Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, they're all run by Meta. They're all the same platform, which means they're all going to be set up the same way. You're going to know how to use it because you're already doing this. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to dance with your kids. I did a reel last summer, my first ever TikTok, and I look back at it now and I'm like, oh my God, I can't actually believe I put that on there. And me and Ellis were doing some football skills, and I was rubbish and he was really good. But we still put it on TikTok in lockdown just for a bit of fun. If you share it and you decide it's horrendous, yes, you can delete it, Suzanne. really quickly. You can also go back and you can edit them, so you can add in extra words if you put it on wrong, or I uploaded one today without any music on it. And then as you become more confident, you can start to look at things like your insights. So for example, I don't want to confuse you with this, but this is something that as you become more confident, you can go to the top of your dashboard and it will say professional dashboard, or you can click on your reels. And for example, if I click on this reel, hold on. Yeah, if I click on this reel, you can click on your three dots and you can view the insights. So you can see this particular reel, 1,863 people played it, 111 liked it, 17 people commented on it. Nobody sent it to somebody else. That basically means that someone has sent it on their story and shared it on their story, and no one saved it. If you can get people sharing it on your story and saving it, that is what Instagram wants to see. They want to see basically as many things on here as possible. Don't worry about the accounts reached and how many people like it to start with. Just get used to, you know, posting. If you're already posting, then these are probably things that you want to have a little look at. You can see like the content interaction, and you can see this on every reel that you post. So some that, for example, this one was mine and Laura's one. This one did really well because this particular one, you can see 3 people saved that. And from that, we had loads of comments, loads of views. I don't know why it's not showing accounts reach for some reason, but 3,888 plays. Me and Laura were probably 1,088 of those because I've played it back so many times because I thought it was, it still makes me smile now because I'm laughing at my concentration. And if you get a reel that goes like viral, and by viral, we're talking like over 10,000 plays, then honestly, hats off to you, because it means you're doing something right. And it's a case of you've probably got everything's aligned in terms of trending music, trending type of reel, but you can't break it. There's no right or wrong. It's about playing about with it and becoming more confident on it. Can I view this recording? Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to save it, hon. What does share to feed mean? Share to feed means it will show up on your grid. So your main like grid, you want it on there. You want people to see reels because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for reels. Also, last top tip I'm going to leave you with: go onto Instagram and find there are loads of accounts that are set up to act, and they're designed. I screenshotted one today actually, that are designed to teach you how to use reels and how to do different things with technology. So the one I shared today, let's give this lady a little plug because her one is quite useful. Right, she's called Virgin, as in like the word virgin, IA video strategy coach. I'm just going to share my screen with you. It'd be so much easier, wouldn't it? Oh, it's gone. Hold on. And then you can see it. She is just one, but there are hundreds of people on Instagram. There's another lady that I follow that wears a pink blazer in every single one of her videos. This lady. And basically, when you go onto her thing and you look, she has, it's not letting me scroll down for some reason. I don't know why it's not working. But as you scroll down, it's got, you can click on, so look, make my videos more interesting, new reels, things to not do, strange stuff that will get lots of views. Collabs I would avoid for a little while until you know what you're doing. But look, there's loads on here, video tools that you could use. Oh no, you've got my pictures again. Where's she gone? Let's find her. Virgin. Why can't I spell? This is why I have problems typing. That's her. So her name's Virginia Kerr. But some of her stuff is brilliant, and it will teach you like what tools that you need, for example, what trends to do. She's also got some really good live training on like being live and having your face in front of the camera. So finding a few accounts like that, and then also find some accounts that you resonate with and look at what they do and then just emulate it, copy it, but add your style on it. Okay, so you can preview it before you post. Yeah, you can. Oh, thanks, Anne. Just seen that one of mine had 3,000 views. Amazing, Bex. See, some of you probably wouldn't have even looked at these these things. Zoe said, oh, yeah, she didn't know that it got free. So, but don't stress about the number of views you get to start with. Over the next week, I want you to come up with some reels, and then I want you to try posting them at different times. Another great top tip is if you've got a day where you're at home, put on 4 different outfits, make 4 different reels. You can save as drafts, and then you can go in and you can post one every day. And then that way you haven't got to come up with all your content on the day, especially if you work full time and you think, oh my God, this could take over my life. Then literally, you know, on a Saturday or a Sunday, when all the kids go out to football, or when you've got a quiet house and you think, right, I'm just going to go for it, then, you know, create 4 or 5 different meals, save them as drafts, and then you've got content so you can share one a day, and you can play about with, maybe share one in the morning, try another day, one at 6 o'clock, another day, maybe one at lunchtime, and see when your viewers are basically checking you out the most. Okay, I think that's all I've got for you. Has anyone got any other questions? Hopefully this has been beneficial. I've loved doing this. I love talking about social media. I don't know everything, but
it's been brilliant. Really, really, really insightful.
Okay. Oh, hold on, Laura. I've turned all the sound down, haven't I? Let me turn you up.
Oh, I was just saying it was brilliant.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Okay, so I will get this saved. What I might do, I don't know if to upload this one to YouTube or not. Oh yeah, Suzanne, you can make it with effects as well. So you can add a filter, basically an effects filter. I love a filter. Do you love a filter? Do love a filter. You're like a sponge lace, where I take information in. I promise you, if you've got a question, so say for example, how do I find trending reels, and you can't get back and watch this, Google it. Just Google it, watch it, write it down, and then go and do it. I promise you, that's how tonight, to find out how to share my phone with you all, time went, oh, Clever Clogs. I was like, I Googled it. I literally Googled it and followed the steps. Yeah, and YouTube's brilliant as well. There literally are tutorials for everything on YouTube. As I say, everything, even tiling your bathroom. So I hope it's been helpful. And yeah, and I would love to see your first reel. So feel free to tag me in them, and I will share them all on my stories and be like, and then that will give you all a little share, or tag Laura, tag your director, you know, tag someone, or, you know, make a funny one, especially if it's funny, and get your kids involved or your dogs. Really hard to work with dogs, not gonna lie. The one of me and Dexter this week was a challenge. It looked brilliant, but it was a challenge. It took me ages, and lots of cheese. But honestly, it's been amazing. I've loved being on here with you all tonight. It's been so nice to see so many of you. I'm going to take a picture of you all. Lovely to see so many. I know we've lost a few. And yeah, hopefully this has been useful, and I'll speak to you all soon. Right, I'm going to go logging off. So see you later, guys.